Welcome to Acumentus Acumen, the property podcast that delivers expert insights and answers to your burning property industry questions. Join our valuers monthly as they distill their wisdom into our short, sharp episodes. Submit your questions and unlock industry secrets one episode at a time. This month, our team of expert valuers will be answering what is the source of interest in the apartment market.
Well, in Sydney, I'm seeing a lot more investors coming into the market the past 3 to 6 months. That's primarily due to the rents being increasing rentals. For instance, especially around the universities and near the CBD. A classic example was a one-bedroom apartment near Rosebery, advertised for $750, ended up going close to $900. And I'm seeing a lot of people coming back from overseas, so that's driven the rental market up quite a lot. And in saying that, there are a lot of first home owners coming into the market. On top of all that, we are seeing a lot of owner-occupiers starting to get into the market. However, because of their rentals are sort of pushing up quite a bit, they're starting to go out into the outer suburbs of Sydney. So where they were 3 or 4 kilometres from the CBD, they're starting to go maybe 8-10 kilometres and they're getting into the property market. So rather than paying $1,000 a week for a 2-bedroom apartment in a conventional building, they're now using that money to buy their own property. Whilst they can't buy where they're currently renting, they're just shifting a couple of kilometres from where they're currently living. So it is a lot more investors, if I'm being honest, what I'm seeing. But I'm seeing a bit of a shift, especially for apartments under $2 million in Sydney, that a lot of people are starting to... Good quality stock is what people are after. There's actually, to be honest, shortage of good quality stock. There's been a lot of media speculation on a couple of other buildings around Sydney that they've had some negative press. So good quality stock is hard to come by. But Nathan, how are you finding Melbourne?
Thanks, Tasso. So in Melbourne, the apartment and unit asset prices remain really stable, whilst over the past 12 months, the rents have increased about 20 to 30%. So this increase in weekly rentals has seen a significant increase in demand from investors seeking to benefit from the increased yields. And then subsequently as well, it's spurring a lot of first home buyers to enter the market. Over to Jess to find out how the Perth market's tracking.
Thank you. So over in Perth, we're very much a house and land focused city. So a lot of our owner occupiers are still tending to go to a house and land package and not to our inner city products. So the inner city at the moment is really driven by investors, and that's on the back of high rental prices that have been going up for the last couple of years. So on a kind of an average sort of 1 or 2 bedroom unit, general yields or gross yields are tending to be above 7%. So we're getting a lot of investors through that, particularly a lot from the East Coast that aren't afraid of that unit stock like we are here in Perth. That's what's really driving us over here. Back over to the East Coast, Gareth, how's it going over there?
Wonderful, thanks for that. Contrary to the last 3 markets we've heard from, we are seeing a lot of interest from predominantly first home buyers and owner occupiers into our markets. So due to the rapid rise over the last 2 years and affordability concerns, along with the current rental crisis and building crisis we're experiencing here, we've seen a lot more interest in our market from owner-occupiers trying to get into the market due to affordability reasons. So I think we've seen sort of roughly that similar sort of 20 to 30% increase in rents. So like 1-bedroom units going from $470 to $520, 2 bedrooms going for like $550 up to $620. And it's just pricing the affordability, pricing a lot of people out of the rental market, as well as the large level of demand we're seeing at most rental properties. We see somewhere in the vicinity of 15 to 30 parties coming through each rental. And obviously there's only one winner at the end of the day. So that's predominantly what we're seeing for the increase in interest in the unit market in Brisbane.
Thank you for listening to Acumentus Acumen, your knowledge bestie in the property industry. Tune into next month's podcast for another topical discussion, and be sure to submit your questions in the comments below or via our inbox on Instagram. Like and subscribe to catch our next episode of Acumentus Acumen. See you then.